So good morning everyone. Today is Tuesday the 5th of May. We're all gathering this time to do this morning chanting. Yesterday we managed to enshrine the Kuan Yin after 2 years of waiting and planning. So finally it's been done. The Buddha said that if we want to success in our work, we have to have the desire to do or aspiration, and that desire will lead to the effort or put in action, and then once we put in action we focus on our attention become very focused, and we will be dedicating towards it. And with that dedication, then not only dedication but also we have investigation wisely and considerably. So with that the success is not that far away. And this Dhamma called Iddhipada, so roads to success. And there are 4. That's number 1 is the chanda, which means the wholesome desire or aspiration, a wish to do. And then the second is the virya, the effort or the working tirelessly. And the third is the chitta, which is the focused attention or dedication, or consciously aware of the task that we are doing. And then the last one is a vimamsa. Vimamsa is the wisdom part, and that we are always investigating on the task that we are doing. Sometimes I use the simile of mind the gap. So we always keep the gap, because despite the clever or carefully prepared and planned, there's always a possibility of some mistakes. Which is the reason why there is always said that it's good to have a plan B, particularly in Scotland. Because of the weather changes, we always have to have a plan B. So these are the 4 roads to success, Iddhipada. And then when these 4 factors are complete, then that lead to the fulfillment of all the desires that can be realistically fulfilled. So if anybody wants to succeed in any task that one is taking on, then they should be considering of studying or understanding these 4 roads to success. And I'm pretty sure that if we follow this, the success is not that a distance. So the Iddhipada Dhamma, or the Iddhipada, is also an easy way translating the path to accomplishment, or a basis for the success. So an easy way is a road to success. Now the first one is a wish or wholesome wish, and also wholesome desire, or aspiration, or a zeal or a love for any activity, the delight in performing good deeds. Here sometimes people understand that desire often taken as the wrong, even to do the good things. If you have a desire, then that's not right. In fact, it is not that. So we have to understand that there are 2 types of a desire. So one is a wholesome desire and another one is unwholesome desire. Unwholesome desire will not satisfy no matter what one consumes, and it always continue one after another. Whereas the wholesome desire, once we have attained it, then there will be no more desires arises. So that's why the the chanda is defined as the wholesome desire, the wholesome to do things that's good. And once the intention or a wholesome desire to do, then that will drive people to work. And then that drive people to study hard. Like a student, if that student is willing to get the high marks on any particular subject, then they have to work hard with a strong desire to do so. Similarly, in the Dhamma, we have to develop this positive desire that minimizes any unwholesome mental states or unwholesome activities, and if possible we will be removing them and performing good deeds. So that's the reason why the chanda is always important, or intention is always important, and that wholesome intention always lead to the further action. And this further action is called the virya, or the effort. And this is actually exertion, or the perseverance and diligence in performing good deeds, not making any excuse of whether the rain or the sunshine. Once we have the intention, good intention, we pursue ourselves to work hard on that intended part until the attainment achieved. Like yesterday, I wanted to finish the chanting book to be completed, so I continued doing it despite knowing the time. So finally managed to order that book. So that's called the effort, and not being a lazy and not making an excuse. And whoever wants to succeed in their task, that's why this is another important task that one has to put on. And it's like when someone has got the job, they have to be, suppose at the 9 o'clock, then they have to wake up early morning, calculating the time and the distance and travel. So it doesn't matter whether the rain or the snow or this and the sunshine. So that person will work hard towards that job, and that will give rewards. So that's why the effort is very important. And whatever we do, or whether the worldly work or in a spiritual path, so the effort is the key. In the practice of the Dhamma, it's also called atapi, means the steering ourselves to exhort ourselves to work hard. And then when we work hard, we need to be very mindful and focused on the task that we are doing. So the concentration or determination is required, and a dedication to the work, the task that we are embarked on. So mentally fit and mentally considering working on that. It's like the Buddha, when the Buddha was practicing austerity and his 5 friends left him. Despite his 5 friends left, the Buddha did not give up his effort to work hard, and in the meantime he was thinking about his aim to be the Buddha. So he dedicated himself in a fully, and his mind was not diverted, and his mind was composed and focused with a great stamina working, and which led him to the attainment, finally attain and become the Buddha. So that's why our mind got to be focused if we are looking for the success in our life too. And then the fourth one again, investigation or wise reflection is also another key to test ourselves. Like the Buddha, after he learned the technique, meditations, and hoping to attain the enlightenment, he practiced so extreme that the extreme that no one had done before. So until he comes to the end of his life, then he realized that the path is not the path that leads to the attainment. So he wisely reflected on his every action, every practice that he practiced. And then eventually he found that those practices are not leading towards the liberation. As a result, he gave up and he went on his own path that he thought that it will lead to the liberation, which again he required physical strength. So he spent more time on a physical strength, developing the physical strength for a couple of days, and then after that, as the mind was strongly focused and the physical body recovered in some extent, then he changed his way of a practice and made a great resolution that if I am not going to attain enlightenment, let this body dry, let my blood dry, and let this body fragile and die here. So he took such a strong determination, or made a vow to to attain the Buddha. So similarly, in our life, whenever we are doing things, we have to be very careful and investigating whether those acts that we have been taking, whether that is appropriate or not. So we have to study the surroundings and environments and all ins and out, and then investigating with that skillful ways, then that will bring the success for sure. So that's why the Buddha further said that whenever someone has a wise, wholesome desire to do things, then that actually pushes one to further practice, and that person will focus on that task. And then oftentimes people forget to investigate, or wisely reflecting on the task as a result can lead to the failure. Whereas if we have a proper investigation on the task and the agendas, then there is always success in our hand. So that's why these are the four roads to success. So of these four qualities, chanda is the initial factor. When chanda arises, the other qualities arise accordingly. So one should thus first generate this wholesome desire, or wholesome intention, and that motivates one to work hard to gain the success in whichever task they have embarked on. So that's why in a practice, as well as in our preparation for the consecration of this Uposatha hall that we have been focusing on, and we are working on. And in the meantime, the things that we need to change, we're changing, and things that we have to add, we are adding. And there's always investigation or skillful means going on to make it as successful as possible. So I hope that everyone's support, we can have the successful event on the 17th of May, and also marking the historical event in Scotland, and particularly in our center. So thank you very much for everyone's support and contribution. Now I stop here and let's do the chanting.